Oh, I love that. I love that intro. It's so much fun. My name is Walt, and this is the Galaxy's Edge podcast, where tonight we are talking with the boys of Big Lift, Big Die. Starting first up on the board, we have DO87 Ornstein. What's shaking, bro?
What's up? Hi, how are you doing?
Living the life of Kung Fu Supermodel. Next up, we have Night Angel rocking the guns.
Hey, what's going on? Thanks for having me, Walt. Appreciate it.
Man, I'm just here to facilitate. Dark Ops K88 Kill Switch.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Living the life, and rocking the Marine Corps saber in the back. Is that a Marine Corps or is that Army?
Neither. Air Force.
Sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you. What was that? We have H108. What's going on, bro?
Man, just trying to stay warm now that I'm out of my basement.
Is there a story behind that?
I work from home in a windowless basement that could rival any horror movie, so it's really nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I've seen pictures. It does rival horror movies.
Is there like creepy chains hanging from the background and like dudes
Everything.
and like?
There's a punching bag. There's spiders. There's more spiders, and I think I have a small little fridge that sometimes have meat-like products in it.
And he can either confirm or deny whether they're human flesh pieces or not.
Yeah, you're not supposed to announce stuff like that on an open line.
Sorry. We're talking about calories, right?
Yeah. Speaking of open line, how about it, Kill Switch? You want to tell us a little bit about this Big Die thing?
Yeah, so we just got done wrapped up with the KTF Me Masters Marathon for the Big Lift Big Die Winter Edition. The first time the Winter Edition has gone on, and we've got some winners that we want to talk about, give some shout outs to, and then we will talk a little bit about what's to come in the future as that comes up. So let me just pull up. First off, I'd like to give a shout out to the sponsors, Great Hammer Fitness, the Unruly Truth Podcast, Chris Thompson, who you guys know as Soap, or I think he may have just recently changed his name on the Discord. I can't remember what it was though, but he did the Crow model for us as a prize. So big shout out to that. And then we also got Georgia Canine, NTC is a sponsor, and then DO00 Ruckus has also jumped in there as a sponsor for the competition this winter, and then he's got some prizes. He has some dog tags that are coming out there, and then we do also have a few people who have given up some prizes. Mackenzie Hall has given up a brass rim drinking horn and stand. We're actually going to hold on to that to the summer competition because there wasn't a lot of people who actually competed for the winner. So we will give out a few things here and there, and then everything else that was donated for all the prizes, that'll actually get pushed, and we'll hold those over to the summer. So we've got a signed copy of Legacies and a Gen 1 copy of Galactic Outlaws, which I do believe the most recent Insiders podcast with the Hard Target episode 5, Jason and Nick were talking about how you can't get that anymore because it's no longer in print. So if you don't have a Gen 1, like, hey, it's this summer, you could get one for Galactic Outlaws. I've got one. It's pretty nice. I like the new cover, though.
Old cover, is that what you're talking about? The big red?
Yeah, the original cover. Yeah.
Right on.
All right, and then we've got a couple other things. Care package from Georgia Canine, which we'll also put in there for the summer. And then Orstein's got some discounts for some whatever you sell. What is it you sell?
Coaching. Coaching, man.
You do so much now. You do so much now, Orstein, that I forget what it is that you sell.
Oh, yeah. It's exhausting.
And Roadblock uses it. Good results.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, Roadblock. So Roadblock can't join us. He sends his condolences. He's out. He's got a big day at work tomorrow morning, filling in for some DOT guys. So but he will be with us on the next time we're here. And so we also got Night Angel's going to have a special or personalized video coming out for the next summer competition as well. So, we got some big things coming up in the summer. All those prizes that were donated to us, we want to thank everybody for donating those. Hold on to those things. If you have something, though, we will get it from you in the future. Please do not get rid of those. Okay, so on to the winners. I think that's all of the shout outs we need. And then also want to give let you guys know that the patches, we got some patches that are going to be given out to the co-emperors, Nick and Jason. And then Walt, you've got one coming too. FedEx lost it in December, and you're getting a new one though. Don't worry. It's on the way. Okay, so let's jump over to the winners. I've got that. So the overall male winner, let's see, Brimstone is the guy.
Now, if you need to share your screen or you want to share your screen, let me know because I can put your screen up there. There's a little button, like if you look down below where everybody's hanging out, it should say share on it with a little plus sign. If you want to share your screen or there's something you want to put up, let me know and I can do that for you.
Yeah, I think we're
not
good
required
right now. I just needed to. So LS61 Brimstone, he is the overall male winner for the competition. So good on you, man. He I think he competed in every event that we had available, and he put up good numbers, solid numbers on everything. So he will be winning. I do believe he is getting the crow statue as part of that. So I think Roadblock's already talked with him and gotten all this information. But yeah, he won that crow statue. So Chris Thompson, if you're listening to this or if you're watching this later, you've got some work to do. Get one of those painted for him. He also won the weights and calisthenics. So obviously the founders, we weren't doing anything this time around as far as being able to win the competitions. But we did compete in everything that we were able to compete in. And so he just straight up won all of those, the weights and calisthenics. So he put in a lot of good work, and we want to make sure that he gets recognized. And then for the – oh, go ahead. Someone have something to say?
I was going to say he actually broke my unbeaten calisthenics streak. He got me by one whole push-up there in the push-ups. So
did he really?
He did. Yep. 105 to my 104. Mad respect. I'm no longer the undisputed reigning champion of calisthenics. So
that's awesome.
And is that all at one time, or is it in a time limit?
It was
3-minute time limit. Yeah, 3 minutes.
So he
I did
knocked out 105 of them.
I did 55, I think. 10 more than I did increase by 10, but that's that's a lot of push-ups. I'll never be able to do that. So. All right, and then for the overall female winner, it was actually Christina Keaton, Cody's wife. She is the one who won that. And then we also want to give out a shout out. My wife actually participated as well, and she I think there was a tie in the weights and the cardios division with the two of them. And then Cheryl Smith, she took part in the weight loss portion of the competition, and she crushed that. So she did a really good job. So we just want to give a shout out to that. And then for the Founders Challenges that we had there's a lot there. We want to talk about this because there's a special shout out on this one. Chaos Actual took part in the 4-mile ruck in an hour, just out of the blue. Right after I posted it on Facebook, he was just like, "Oh, challenge accepted. Let's do it." So, Nick, thank you for taking part in our little competition,
Nice.
and putting in some work on the weekend when you didn't have to. And so the overall Founder Challenge winner, though, is Brimstone, and then Christina Keaton. They also will be getting a Big Lift, Big Die patch which is basically. Do you have that one, Walt?
Maybe.
The super buff cube.
Let me look. Keep talking.
I
Okay.
should.
So they'll be getting one of those as well, and then dog tags. Those will be coming from Ruckus. He's got a hookup there, so he'll be making those. So those are our winners. The other people who participated, a lot of people just didn't finish, which isn't a big deal, right? It's but it is Brimstone. He did everything from start to beginning, and he got a lot of numbers, right? He increased by a lot, 50 pounds on the Penlay row or bent over row. That's pretty good. So
Wow.
yeah, so we had a lot of people sign up, just not a lot of people finish.
So what's some of the things that you want people to take away from this? Like what things that are you hoping that will become something more of a lifestyle coming out of this?
Yeah, so I think we want people to start getting active again, right? Like we have a lot of veterans in our community, people who used to work out a lot. I know out of the 4 of us tonight, I'm actually the only one. Night Angel's about to join, and Drifter I think was a cop for a while, and Ornstein's just a coach, so he's got that aspect on there. But we want this whole thing. We want them to like engage in an active lifestyle. I don't work out every day, and like the last week has been crazy for me because I had to move. But I try to work out every day, and then just make small improvements. And so you're really it's a competition against other people, but you're really just battling yourself. And so we're just really, I think, at least in my mind, what we're trying to do is create an environment where they are, yep, that's the patch right there. So Brimstone will be getting one of those, and then Christina, and then I think my wife is getting one as well. So, but we really just want to create a lifestyle, or have them create a lifestyle for themselves where they are active and pushing themselves, because no one's going to do it for them or tell them to do it, so they have to do it themselves.
Anybody else?
I guess. Well, it's been a long time since we talked about, but we have so many categories because there's so many ways to get active. Some people, they rather just lift weights. Some rather do calisthenics. Some rather just do endurance. Some will do a combination of two. Some of them will do everything. I think a big takeaway is that, you don't have to do like what's expected. There's 1,000 ways to be active, and the main focus is to just improve, like Kill Switch said. You just have to improve a little bit, because over the 6 weeks, I didn't get to finish because I also had a bunch of stuff going on. But over the 6 weeks, the expectation was that if you did a little bit, you'd have a huge jump at the end, right? Let's say you do like one more push-up every day. You do one more push-up every day. At the end, what is that? Like 6 times
Almost like
7.
60. Yeah. So
Yeah, that's about like 60 more push-ups. That's really good. So I guess the idea why we focus on improvement instead of absolute numbers is so people can see all you need to do is improve and you'll get where you want to be.
Now, is the ultimate goal of this to have somebody hit like the gym or something like that, or just scram some weights while wearing full Legion kit? Is that something we're looking for?
We're moving towards that.
If someone wants to cosplay as a Legionnaire, I would do it if I had the funds. I would get all that stuff.
If they do it, they automatically win.
Yeah, they would totally win.
I think a big thing. I mean, in addition to what's already been said, which are obviously big parts of our goal, driven, self improvement driven, is also just to get people together and kind of interacting surrounding fitness. So I met all 3 of these guys on the call through the summer edition of Big Lift Big Die, and now we have a chat that we talk every day pretty much. about everything, fitness and life in general, and stuff like that. Memes get thrown around. So it's a time as well for people to kind of get together, see each other's names, that are being tossed around the Discord. It's like, oh yeah, hey, you kicked my ass in the push-ups, like good on you, good stuff, or just kind of find people who are interested in the same kinds of events. I think from here, I think Ruckus started Go Ruck. I think it was Ruckus started like a a Go Ruck
Yeah,
club.
I did.
That's kind of that dragged a few of us from the Discord, and so like the Big Lift Big Die competitions are kind of a focus, if you will, to get people looking at the Obsidian Crow workout bay over on Discord, and then other people as well. So we had two of the wives from Killswitch's wife, as well as Roadblocks, participate and get active and kind of join us on our nerdy fitness stuff. So that's kind of the name of the game, is getting a place to get together and kind of presenting an activity to as a focus for that.
You're muted.
Muted.
That's because I'm old and I do that stuff. 108, did you have something to say?
Yeah, one thing I want to add to that. Your body start breaking down as you get older, folks. You gotta move it to keep it. You gotta realize that your muscle mass and your endurance is going to decay every decade for the rest of your life. And so get up, move, do some balance, Tai Chi, whatever. And it doesn't have to be a lot to keep it even. So just think about that. Maybe you want to ride a bicycle when you're 90. Maybe you want to be able. Good.
Yeah, as I was saying, I think one thing, and Drifter, you could probably talk more on this, but this particular event, and I think we mentioned this in the first video, was actually in memory of someone. Right. So I think Drifter, I think you probably can talk a little bit more on that, but that was specifically kind of one of our things for this particular competition.
So at a place that I work at, Airman Pallady, he worked there. And inside the videos there on the Big Lift Big Die, I talk a little bit about that and the culture of where I worked at. And I would like to say I wish I could pick him out of a crowd. I couldn't. But at one point in time, you had more of a community where I worked at, and you would know everybody. You would know everybody who's having a bad night or a bad day. We go out and play softball together. And I guess we kind of grew bigger and just grew apart. We stopped kind of doing that. And that has nothing to do with, current events. It's just how life is. But by doing that, you take away maybe a support group or just people you can talk to about having a bad day. You may hate the guy's guts, and I don't hate Airman Pallady's guts at all. But at least you would ask if the guy's doing okay. If he's having a bad day, you'd at least have that empathy to ask. So I would say to everybody watching, maybe take 3 minutes a month just to ask somebody how they're doing. They may not like that you're doing that, but like I related, 10 years later, I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago. And I really wish I could go back and thank some people that reached out just to see if I was having a good day or a bad day. And if you are depressed, reach out to get help. There's no shame in it. If for those that may be first responders, that's kind of a, what's the word I'm thinking of?
In regards to what?
Not shame, stigma.
Oh yeah, no stigma. Yeah, hell yeah.
There might be a stigma that, hey, maybe there's something wrong with you. I can't really trust you. No, that's not it at all. Our society has changed so much. So in Airman Pallady's memory, I would like to say, reach out and try to help somebody if you can, or lend an ear. They may be mad, but it's probably not at you.
But,
yeah. I just want to touch on Drifter's point. Fitness is a perishable skill, much like shooting. So you got to get out and do it every single day, because you're going to lose it if you don't.
Oh yeah.
Oh. I want to add on to this too, because everyone else is.
Do it.
there's actually like a ton of research that shows that, consistent working out has limited de-aging effects. So, if you don't want to look old, want to stay pretty forever.
Hey, I
No.
mean, granted, my mom says that I have a face full of sandpaper, but at the same time, I'm 94 years old. So
See?
I mean,
I'm not sure I believe that.
Yeah.
but like regular exercise, walking my dogs, jumping on a jiu-jitsu mat and strangling the crap out of people, or dropping into a heavy bag and just unloading, right? And then you have that one dude that comes over and is like, bro, I know you're trying to hit that bag around that walker with the little tennis balls on the bottom, but you want me to hold that for you, and it's little things like that when you hit the gym, when you hit the mats, when you're hitting the bag and stuff like that, maybe lately there's this guy, oh god, I can't remember his name. It's like Joey Swole or something like that. He's this fitness dude, and lately he's been going all over the internet and like trashing all these Instagram and TikTokers who are taking videos of people who are having a hard time working out, right? And he's like, don't be that guy, right? Don't be that whatever, right? But I loved I'm not usually one to follow a lot of bodybuilders because the kind of exercises I enjoy are lifting up people that are twice my size and slamming them down as hard as I can, or isometrics and limited weight exercises, because I would rather be a certain body type than if I start lifting heavy, I get big really fast, and I'm built like a whiskey barrel as it is. But the message this guy had of positivity, of seeing somebody out when you're on the mat or you're on the gym floor or something like that, and helping people. Like I can't tell you the amount of times I've had somebody come on the floor and been like, and they're like turned away and they're huddled, and you're trying to figure out what they're doing. You roll up and they're trying to wrap their hands in a boxer's wrap, and you're like, hey sister, hey bro, you want me to show you how to do that? And then just have a chat, just sit there and be like, no, this is the way you do it. And this is why, and blah, blah, blah. And hey, let me show you a couple exercises. And you got something you can show me and trade, and establish that relationship of positivity, intensity, elevate your people, if you have a certain amount of energy. Like I love jujitsu. I love boxing and fighting. Right. I've been doing it since I was a little kid. So if I can get somebody on the mat to match my intensity, and like I said, I'm 94 years old. So if I can get somebody who's can match my intensity at any age and join me on the mat and just slam, I love that, and I will get pumped about that. And that kind of energy is infectious. My instructors, guys like Dan Inosanto, when I can get to a seminar, or Leo Gahe when he comes to the United States, Michael Orsini, who is my current instructor, and just like, you want to talk about a fun dude, imagine Rocky Balboa mixed with like Mr. Miyagi. This dude is just like a barrel of energy and positivity. And when you hit the floor, you feel like a million. You might not feel like getting on the floor when you get there, but you were glad you were there when you left, and promoting that kind of energy, not only around the weights, but around the track. If you're going to throw a ruck on or whatever, build that community within your workout routines and within your community and culture, so that you're not just throwing plates on the side of a bar and being like, yeah, this is stupid. You have somebody standing behind you, spotting you, going, bro, lift it, and they're just as excited about it as you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
I think
exactly.
we've done a good job with the Discord. It's been super active in the last like 5-6 months since the first one took place over the summer, and so like we're starting to really build up a big community within the fitness or like group there. I think a lot of people are working out from home though, and so that makes it a little bit more difficult to get someone there. But if you like, my wife's a cop, so she works out more than I do. And she often gets on my case. She's like, hey, go work out today. I'm just like, I don't know, I want to just write, like, leave me alone. Yeah, yeah, so like unless you have someone that's there pushing you, like you need to find someone that's there pushing you. And so that's what we're there for on the Discord as Kill Team Anvil. We're the 5 of us are there and available, and we're in all different time zones. So all around the clock we're up and we're running. So
the sun never sets on Kill Team Anvil.
Anvil.
But that's exactly it. This kind of it's unique in the increased technology, and as social media and all that stuff. I mean, nothing can replace what you were talking about. Having that physical connection. At the gym, on the mat, on the track when you're running side by side with your buddy, or when you're spotting your bro there on the bench, saying pump that up one more time. Nothing can replace that human connection bit. But we're fortunate to live in an age now where technology does enable a lesser version of that, if you will, in that we're able to do that remotely. So even when we are working out in our garage, that's where I get all my sweat and tears done. While I may be physically alone, there's tons of other people who are working out, and who I can send a message of like, oh man, like just hit like an insane pull-up workout or what have you. Like I almost died, and there would be people who'd be like, oh man, that's so cool, like get it, get some, and stuff like that. So it is, and that's kind of what we're trying to do here, to create, to just get those good vibes throughout people's lives, and just kind of fitness breeds positivity when you exude it, when you give it to other people, but it also helps within to work through that frustration when you're like pounding that heavy bag down the wall.
Oh yeah. So, I usually tell people I'm going to die right after I take some pre-workout.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm vibrating through walls and I can taste the number purple. Yeah, I don't think I'm built for that. I think it's like lamb, spinach, olives. Now go hit something.
There you go.
That
Pre-workout.
pre-workout stuff is a trip, man. I did it one time and I would never do it again.
It's like, damn, man, how'd you get on the ceiling? You're 4
Yeah.
feet tall.
Oh, man.
But so moving forward, we did like a video submission for the competition for the winner, so that we can verify like, hey, you actually did do these lifts. We are not convinced that went very well. I think there was the only people that were putting videos up were me and Roadblock at one point. And so we're gonna remove that, and we're just gonna go back to the honor system come summer. So that may help with people, because I don't like doing it, like putting myself on a video while I'm working out, because I can never get the angle right to actually make myself look good. It just never works.
Nonsense. You're beautiful.
Appreciate that. And so we're gonna move that away and just get on the honor system. And so that may help with getting more people involved come the summer. But we also want to be able to have events or different things going on throughout the course of the summer, because the summer one's 8 weeks long versus 6 weeks, that people actually will want to participate in. And so we are open to suggestions. If there's someone on the Discord or on Facebook that wants to say, hey, like, let's talk about this, or let's talk about doing hey, 100 miles over the course of 8 weeks, right? If you want to do that, and then everyone who gets that will get a whatever. And so, whatever dog tag or prize or whatever we decide to give out for that. But this is what we're kind of looking for, is where people are going to actually participate because it's something that they want to do. And so, yeah, we're totally open to suggestions moving forward in the summertime. I did a Tough Mudder a couple of years ago, a virtual one back in 2020. And so I've got a couple ideas from that. I think that we can get more people involved, but it seems like there's a lack of weights, a lack of gym equipment, right, that can be used, and a lack of just other like dumbbells and just location, I guess, is a better way to say that. that people are running into where it's like, hey, I don't have all of these things to do all of these different lifts. Roadblocks, three rep max, one arm blockouts. I bought one of those fitness like Thor hammers, and I had to like put a plate on it and like hold it in a way so that the plate didn't fall off the end of the handle to do that. So we're going to try to create some different options for people to do where they don't have to be in a gym or have any equipment at all, and they can still participate and be competitive, not only with themselves, but in the competition as well.
Hey, do
I
you
have an
guys-
idea.
Oh, go ahead, please.
So I have an idea for the summer one, and hear me out. Airport shuffle. You're loaded down with all the luggage, and you have to run/drag it. I don't know, quarter mile. Take a break, and then run back the other way. Drop it, and then run 100 yards or whatever. Come back, pick it up, and go again. Something like that.
And toss it
Easy.
around.
Yeah.
Are you guys familiar with a dude named Pat McNamara?
Yeah.
I've heard the name.
All right, so
Oh, yeah.
Pat McNamara is a former soldier. He's also a former SFOD guy. So for those who don't speak Army, that's the Special Operations Forces Task Force Delta, right? I'm not going to say that other thing because people are going to start making Chuck Norris jokes, and we don't do that around here. So, but yeah, he's a legit cool dude. He does a lot as far as like TikTok, and he does this thing called dude skills, right? Where he's like basic dude stuff. How to tie a bowling knot, basic dude stuff. How to tell a dad joke, basic dude stuff, right?
Nice.
But one of the things he does, he'll show you his workouts, and dudes.
Oh yeah, I know him.
Dude's not just like rocking gym equipment. He's got all sorts of stuff. Now you're just looking at like a sandbag that he's just tossing around, right? You got some of the resistance bands that he's got hooked to his garage, right? He's going to grab that sandbag in a second and just start crushing it while he's kicking, right? Now the dude's in his mid-50s, right? He's just a tank. He's a beast, right? Now a lot of that comes from back in the day when he was operational, but he does this stuff all the time, and he's not like he's not just crushing plates and stuff like that, but like, yeah, it's all sorts of stuff. And a lot of this stuff you can pick up. If you don't have like a Walmart or something near you, you can Amazon this for less than $20 and set it up somewhere, anywhere, right? So a lot of people who might have trouble getting to a gym, or maybe the weird coughing, that we've all been suffering for the last couple of years, maybe that's not that's not something you want to deal with right now, this is all home workout stuff, and like sledgehammers and weight hammers and stuff like that. He puts it all together out there, and it just shows you that you don't have to have just one way to work out, right? So yeah, once again, right? That's a man in his mid-50s, right? Just crushing it. So, yeah, a lot of times, the excuse that you have is that you are your worst enemy, right? So a lot of people will say, oh, next week I'm gonna crush it. Well, what the fuck are you doing right now?
Yeah.
Are you crushing it right now? Do you have any? Check my watch. Do you have anything going on right now where you could not be crushing it, right? And that's the thing too. I mean, if somebody's got that just that little spark of motivation, like, hey, I'm going to go do this next week, take them by the short and curlies and be like, bro, sis, right? Martian, whatever you got going on, right? Take them, drag them, work them out, put them back, go get a cheeseburger, right? Somewhere between Reno and Rome.
Yeah.
There you go.
Get them calories in.
Hell yeah.
I'll say I made my own sandbag, so it's relatively cheap. It cost me $38, and the reason why it cost $38 because I had to buy the 30-pack of heavy-duty construction garbage bags instead of the 5-pack, and which only cost like $2 or whatever. And you just get some pea gravel and a whole mess of duct tape and pour it in and wrap it up and just duct tape that thing, and you got yourself a sandbag to the desired weight that you want it to be. So
now, we were talking a little while ago, a couple of us rocking in the Northeast, and they got parking bans going on right now and stuff like that because they're about to drop a ton of snow on us, right? You want to talk about a great workout, right? Shovel out your driveway and then go shovel out your neighbors. Maybe go to the guy across the street or the old lady that can't do it, right? You want that workout, go lift some heavy snow and bring it from point A to point B. Another great workout that you can do fairly inexpensively, go to some nature reserve or something like that, right? And you need 3 things: 2 sandbags and a shovel or an e-tool, right? Dig up the ground, fill it in the bag, carry those bags, one in each hand, right? Or on your shoulder or whatever while you're doing duck walks, right? Carry it 30 feet, drop it, dump it out, and then refill it, and then bring it back to where you got it, and go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, right? You want to talk about your lateral dorsi muscles, your shoulders, triceps, biceps, everything will be burning. You do that for 20 minutes, right? We think back to what we used to do as soldiers, right? You'd have your guys and be like, hey, I need a fighting position on this hill. It's 2 dudes and a shovel, right? They need that 6 feet deep, right? Or however the up to the shoulders of the soldier digging it, right? So you need that all the way down to, and back in the day, just to show my age, once again, I am 94 years old, right? 2 M16s long by an M16 wide, right? And you dug that by hand. They didn't bring like in a C vehicle or something like what do they call it? Steam shovel, right? They didn't bring one of those in and being like, okay, there's your hole, bro, get in.
Yeah.
No, man. Grab some shovel and finger that stuff until it's empty, right? And that workout, man, you crushed it. I mean, we got out of like basic training, or if you were on like a 2-week hop, or you were on mission cycle or something like that, or QRF or training cycle, right? And you were digging and moving and hit sticking or whatever. You take off your shirt at the beach, right? Dudes would be like, "No, I ain't into that," and then like all the women would be like, "Oh, but I am," right? You were crushing.
It's
right?
true.
And then you got guys like, we just showed that video of Pat McNamara, right? Dude's in his 50s and he's crushing, right? Show me another 50-year-old dude that can kick up to the height of his own shoulders and still generate that kind of force, right? How are you going to get that way, right? You just got to keep doing it. And that's the thing. And, consistency, energy, and motivation will get you very, very, very far. And to the point where even at 94 years old, you're still going to be able to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And if people need that motivation, like reach out to any of us on Kill Team Anvil. I think you can at us on the Discord, and then you've seen our videos on Facebook. So those of us who participate, like, hit us up. We will walk with you in this fitness journey. Like that's what we do every day with each other. And so we will do it with you. We're proud to do it. We're excited to do it, and we want to help out whenever we can and however we can.
So go ahead, please hit it.
Oh, okay. And another thing, this is something that a lot of people I talk to, not in the community all the time, but just outside, they have a misconception. You don't have to work out for a long time to get like really good results. Like there's like all kinds of methods. There's a short video series by J.M. Blakely where he's like, I think the series is called like Soar in 8 minutes, where he will just work out like one of his trainees for 8 minutes. And it's like, I've done one of them. It's incredibly brutal, but that's like 8 minutes out of your day. So if you're going to say like, because we were talking about excuses and motivation, saying you don't have time is not an excuse. You can like talk to any one of us. We probably have something. I study it a lot. If you have 10 minutes a day of free time, you have time to work out. You have time to get a little bit fitter. So
journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step.
Yep.
So
or when really motivated dude standing behind you yelling at you to get stepping.
Yes, that helps too.
That'll be my summer. So.
You had a question, Walt?
No, no. I was just going to say, like um, a lot of people. We see this in the martial arts side, yeah, and you see it in the gym as well. And that's why I was talking earlier about that one dude who's trying to motivate people to stop shaming people who are just starting a fitness journey. And instead of taking out your phone and being like, haha, I'm going to put this on TikTok later, instead put the phone in your back pocket and walk up to that dude and be like, hey, you might want to do this or whatever, right? But what is a message that you'd like to get out to community? Because I mean, if we circle back around, this is a community built around a book series. So some of the people that might be breaking out, their Kindle or the physical copies, which I got right behind me, they might be sitting on their butt or whatever for an extended period of time. What message do you put out to them that helps get them in the gym if they're not familiar with the equipment or how to rack weights or proper body position, whether to belt or not belt? Like, what's something that you can tell people right now that will help them get over that stigma that you got to be a gym guy to be there?
Coach.
So
damn, the ancient midget speaks really good questions.
So when you I guess what I would say is find someone and just ask. The hardest part, and again, as a coach, the hardest part is like, so you have people all over the spectrum, and the hardest thing to do, especially when especially younger guys or like people who are a little shyer, is just ask. Right? You don't know something, ask. Someone's bound to know the right thing. And then you start off with one question, ask another, ask another. If they get sick of answering your questions, find someone else. The internet exists. There's a lot of bad stuff on the internet, but there's a lot of good stuff. So,
lots of bad.
Just ask. If you ask, then people can help you get to where you need to be. Like I said, not everyone needs to be a gym rat. Not everyone needs to be a calisthenics freak or a running guy. Walking like an hour a day is a ton, right? It's so helpful. And that's not a lot. So, just ask and find something you enjoy. It's like reading. Not everyone's going to read Galaxy's Edge. The community's built on it, but not everyone's going to like the main series or Order of the Centurion. Find what you like, stick to it. You'll get where you want to be.
Sorry, go ahead.
Taking that a separate direction, as you guys know, I've been having some health problems, and I couldn't even do a push-up for a while. You don't have to be in great shape to start, and having to go to physical therapy, that they basically told me, my job is not to make you into just a machine. My job is to make you a little bit better than when you came in here. And you got to tell me what your goals are. Are you looking for pain reduction? Are you looking for muscle strength? Stuff like that. And you've seen my videos, people. I am not a beanpole. I'm pretty oddly shaped. And I have no shame about that. So wherever you start, just remember that may not be where you end up. I used to be 130 pounds soaking wet, but I'm about twice that now. Just about. I'd like to get a little bit closer to 200 though. So that's my goal for the next year, is to drop 50 pounds. And Night Angel, if I do not do that a year from today, I am sending you a special video like you sent me.
Yes. Can I get it either way though? I mean,
I don't want to know.
That's what she said.
Yeah. If there was one thing that I could say to someone who doesn't know where to start, I guess I have two things. They're very brief. One is to quote Ornstein, is the internet exists. YouTube is a absolutely phenomenal resource. And I mean, it pays to look up, a few things, just anything that you're interested in. If you're, like walking for beginners, running for beginners, improving 5K time, all those things, like just or how to do a pull up, or how to or just it's very, very simple searches of just working out for beginners or what have you. There's going to be a lot of useful stuff out there that can help you get started, and especially if you're nervous about doing it in front of other people, as many people are. There's lots of stuff that you can start at home or just outside on your own until you're more comfortable with being around other people when you're working out. And there's no shame in that. But start where you're at. So if you don't feel comfortable around people, don't, force, challenge yourself one thing at a time. Right. So start working out and then challenge yourself to maybe face your fear of working out around other people and go to the gym if that's the type of working out you want to do, or just focus on whatever makes you happy and that you can stay consistent with, as Ornstein said. And the other thing is just you're going to get out what you put into it. So quantity is great, but quality is what's important. You can work out for an hour a day and not see the results that someone who works out, who does but 15 minutes of more intentional work. And obviously that's a huge, there's a spectrum on there. Obviously the person working out for an hour is probably putting in a lot of work too, but the fact is you don't need to do that, especially for the, whatever your personal goals may be. You don't have to spend a whole lot of time to start seeing results and start seeing changes in both how you feel and how you look and stuff like that. Big thing is you're going to get out what you put in. So, get after it. And then just be patient, just do the work, focus on the work, focus on the fitness aspect of it. And then you'll see the results come in once with consistency.
And if anybody needs help to get some miles or something like that, I have Tyrus Rex's dog. He's very energetic. When he starts moving, he gets there's the face, right? So yeah, if anybody needs some exercise and would like to walk said fur missile, he's available.
Love it.
My wife's in the next room no, he's not.
I don't know if this is the best advice, but I will say stop caring about what people think about you, because you're doing this for yourself, not for them. I don't know if people need to hear that or not. Too often, especially with social media, right? People are always concerned about their perception or how people perceive them. Stop caring about that. Worry about you and what you're doing. Don't worry about them and how they think about you, because it's not for them, right? It's for you. So get after it. Get after it.
Oh, just to build on that real quick. So social media, it's a double-edged sword. You can have people that inspire you, and then you can compare yourself to people negatively. So a big thing that even I struggle with this. I've struggled with this since I started working out is, try to be, if you look up to someone, try to be inspired by them to reach your potential, not try to be them, because you're never going to be them. You're two different people, but you can be inspired by someone.
Solid.
And yeah, that's actually good.
Solid. Cool. Yeah. So I think that's, unless you got any more questions, Walt, I think that's
Nope.
that about covers it. If people have questions, let us know. If you have suggestions, let us know. We're available. We'll talk about it. And the summer one's coming up. I think we're going to start it at the end of June, and it'll run July to end of August.
Right on.
Also, buy my coaching.
Also, shameless plug. Buy Ornstein's coaching. It actually works. He does a really good job, guys. So take advantage of it.
Right on. So if they want to find you on the internet, Ornstein, and look you up for some coaching, where can they find you?
Well, you can find me anywhere. You can find me in the Discord. I just started a blog. So if you don't want to actually talk to me, you just want to read stuff I already wrote, there's that. And I have a website. I will give it to Walt, and he will hopefully put it in the description.
That's easy.
Okay.
I can do
Yay.
that. Final thoughts before we shut the shades and reach for the weight rack.
Good job, everyone who participated.
Yep. Lift something heavy every single day,
Unless you can't.
and then just lift something every day.
Night Angel?
Get some, get after it, and thanks to those who participated, and we'll hope to see you guys in the next one.
Stay tuned and clear your browser history, please. See you soon.
Oh, thanks.
As
Yeah,
always, KTF.
there you go. We'll check you next time in the Galaxy's Edge podcast.